it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you for joining me again today. Today's project is this teeny one. It is a little 3x3 card which fits one of our 3x3 envelopes, which I'm thrilled to say are going to be around for a while. So yes, sweet little note cards. Now I know in some geographic areas this size is not, you can't put in the post. In the UK you can. You have to write the address fairly small and use a very small stamp, but you could actually use it as something you put in the post. But it uses some of our lovely new shiny products that you will get to see soon, which are the painted glass stamp set, which I used for the sentiment, and then for the focal point I used some of our graceful glass vellum, which is 6x6 pre-printed, pre-embossed vellum. So it's like black heat embossing, and it's got some really interesting and pretty designs on. Some are geometric-y, some are less so. Obviously this is not a full pack, but you've got this that you can use as a 3x3 as well. You've got these that you can use as panels. The birds are stunning. The geometrics are stunning. These are going to make lovely kind of bookmark style projects. So yeah, really enjoying these. I think these are going to be quite a hit. I have cut from a piece of 12x12 Whisper White, a 3x6 card. Now I'm just going to show you something. I probably should have a full sheet for this, but hey, I haven't. So this is what's left. So this is 9x12. And before I decide which way I'm going to cut in order to make cards, I do this kind of thing, because even with a full sheet, you'll find that doing this one way is easier than doing it the other way. And this is the hard way, and this is the easy way. So there's less resistance, and that means that if you have your scoring mark going this way, in the way that there is less resistance, it's going to get a better fold. It's just one of those things that, you know, may or may not be of interest to anybody, but there we are. So this used a variety of blends, and I'm going to use a different variety of blends this time. I'll make it probably a slightly more simple design, purely because, you know, it's not quite as bad as watching paint dry, but pretty close. What I would say is that when you start colouring, it looks quite faded, and then when you put it onto the white, it pops a bit, or a bit more. But if you want it to pop even more, you can actually colour it on both sides, and that gets more depth. So I don't know if you can see that, because the lighting is interesting today. So at the corner here, I put one layer, and here in the middle, I put two, and you should be able to see that this is a very much more intense colour. So this has got colour on the front and the back. I probably won't do that this time because, as I say, watching paint dry is not actually the most exciting thing you can do in the world. Now, the other things you can use on here are the Stampin' Up markers. They work very well as well. They will make the vellum curl a wee bit, but they will work perfectly well. So, as I say, I'm not going to be as careful on my design as I was on the original. I mean, I'll be as careful as I am with the colouring, but I'm not going to be as intricate, I think is probably the better word. So I'm going to do some using the bullet end and some using the thicker end. So, now where are we? Today is, I'm filming this on Wednesday. So this is probably going to be Saturday, because on, oh no, this is probably going to be Friday. On Sunday, I am involved in a global blog hop that's all about retiring products. So it's going to be a bit of a these are my top tips for retiring products, because come next week, we've only got a month before things disappear, and you will be staggered at how quickly things will suddenly go. I mean, if you've been around Stampin' Up for any time at all, you will know that, but if you haven't, trust me, things will suddenly go. So I'm probably only going to use 2 colours basically on this, which are hopefully both the Bermuda Bays. Yes, lightened up Bermuda Bay, and Pumpkin Pie, just to show the difference between doing two-tone and more than two-tone. So let's find the other pumpkin, yep, pie. So let's get that out of the way so it doesn't actually cast a shadow, and we might get a bit more light. So I think all I probably want to do here is go around to the edge. Now, the joy of the blends on vellum is if you go wrong, and it does work on cardstock as well, but it works particularly well on vellum, is if you go wrong, you can remove the colour just by using the blender pen, because that's basically pure alcohol, and it will lift the colour off. You do need to then clean the tip of the blender pen, and by blender pen I mean the blender that goes with this, the Blends blender pen. Colour lifter, that's the word I'm looking for, as opposed to a blender pen, which you would use with your Stampin' Right markers and your inks and your watercolour pencils, in fact anything that isn't alcohol. Sometimes I wonder if I have a brain. If I have, I think it sometimes does go on a little wander. So I'll do that, and then I think all I will do with the rest is just fill in these circles, and then we'll call it done, because I think we'll have the difference between very simplistic and less so. Might possibly colour in the corners. So yes, so the other thing to remember whilst we're still in April is that I have my prize draw for people who are shopping with me during April. So anyone who has placed an order with me in April, for every £25 you spend using my host code, which is on my blog and below here in the description bar, you will get an entry to win a set of Many Marvellous markers, and that's the retiring set of Many Marvellous markers, which is in the catalogue for £99. I'm not sure if it's still available. It was low stock, so I'm not sure if it's still available, but I have one. So someone lucky will be getting that as a gift from me. So if you were to spend £50 during April, you get 2 entries, etc, etc. So that is where I'm going to leave this. Now, to stick this down, well, we'll come back to sticking this down. So the next thing I'm going to do is some stamping of a sentiment, and I'm going to just repeat the thank you. And again, I'm going to use black, and this is just the Memento black. As you probably know by now, come the new catalogue, we will have a choice of Memento black or Stays On, because basic black is going to disappear, and we will actually have no archival ink at all. Did I get that in the right place? Not quite. Okay, fortunately we have another side. I need to go up a bit. So yes, there will be no archival ink at all. Basic grey is going to hang around as an ink, but it will be not archival. So if you have a basic grey ink pad, please get a basic grey archival refill now. Yeah, it'll do. Because it won't be available in the new catalogue. And obviously if you've got an archival black and you want to hang on to archival black, then I would get the refill for that sooner rather than later. But if you get the basic grey, or you have the archival basic grey, and just flagging the end, not particularly well, but it's fine. If If you have the basic grey archival and the basic grey archival refill, do not under any circumstances get it anywhere near the new basic grey and vice versa, because those are the only colour, that is the only colour where the new refill will not work with the old pad and vice versa. Everything else, even though we've changed the formula of the ink on the ink in the ink pads so that there's a defoamer, everything else you can interchange. But do not interchange your basic greys. So I've just put some fast fuse on the back there. It will show through a little, but we're going to cover it up, so it's fine. I mean, it hardly shows through, but we will cover it up. I've got some silver metallic thread, which I will just detangle, well not detangle, detach. Detach is probably the word I'm looking for. Right, so I'll put some, yes, that is the right side. The problem with when you turn over and you have the same thing on the other side is you're not quite sure which the right side is. So I've just put some fast fuse there, and I'll take some of the metallic thread and just add some of that to the back, just as a little sort of bit of nothingness. And then we're nearly done. So yes, I hope to see you on the 29th for the blog hop. That's the bottom, so I want that to have the least sticking out. It should be fun. There are, I think the maximum there's going to be is 50, and they are going to be all over the world, and there's some really well-known Stampin' Up demonstrators taking part. So it will be well worth hopping along and seeing what we're all up to. So just move that about a bit. But yeah, so there's going to be some UK demonstrators, some American. They are literally going to be all over the world. There are going to be some of us who are aspiring and some who have been around for a lot longer. So it will be interesting to see what everyone's take is on retiring products. It should be fun. And the key, of course, is to make sure that whatever we're talking about is still in stock. Right, there we go. So this one is obviously very much more simplistic. Oh, we get a bit of light on it, maybe. This one's very much more simplistic. This one is more colourful, but both equally good, I think. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Sorry about this weird lighting. It's been a very odd day here today. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you are looking forward to these products. And I will, oh yes, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't already subscribe, bottom right hand corner, that would be great. If you need any products before they retire, then please hop over to my online store. There is a link to that in the description bar below, which will take you to my blog, which will have all the information about this. There is also another link, which is a link tree link, and if you click on that, you'll get links to my Facebook, my Pinterest, my online store, all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's just an easier way of keeping everything in one place. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again very soon.